Do you guys just ever have days where you're like, you know what, I really don't want to put on makeup today, but I still want to look somewhat alive? Yeah, no, me too, me too. So I thought it'd be fun to kind of give you guys my true, realistic makeup, no makeup look. This is like my 5-minute makeup routine. I have been doing this since January, especially when I've been having to go to work at like 6 a.m. in the morning every first of the month, and I don't want to look like a complete zombie. This has been my tried and true go-to routine. So grab a snack, grab besties, grab a drink. Well, maybe not, because this might be a shorter video. We're gonna start with the Thayers. This is the Hydrating Milky Toner. This is gonna start off with a little skincare. Surprisingly, on a day like this is when I want to be a little bit glowy. Like I want to be a little bit more hydrating, a little bit more glowy. So I won't really put on as much mattifying products because sometimes I feel like when my glow and my oil start to seep through, it kind of like brings it all together. It makes it look like I just have like a really healthy glow to the skin more than anything else, which is what I really am going for. I look like I'm not really wearing a lot of makeup. That's just my more natural glowy skin. We recently had our work meeting about 2 weeks ago, and I wore this. All my coworkers go, oh my God, like, are you wearing any makeup? And I was like, yeah, I am, but it's like so low key. They generally thought it was just my skin. And I was like, that's what I'm looking for. So for the next step, I'm going to go into the glow recipe. This is the Watermelon Niacinamide Dew Drops right here. You guys do not need to follow this exact step. You guys don't need this exact product. You guys can find any sort of hydrating serum. This is just what my hydrating serum is when I want extra glow and extra hydration. This really helps to deliver that for me. So that is why I'm going in with this today, because I want to make sure that my skin is really nice and hydrated and it's going to have a soft glow. You see how my skin is already having a glow? That's what I want it to look like, where it looks just like I got out of the shower, put a little bit of mascara on, and went out the door, but with like an even skin tone. That's my biggest thing, because if you guys can't tell, I do have very large pores, but I also have a little bit of like a redness to my cheek, right? A little bit of like redness, a little bit of texture, and this is where this routine is going to come in and kind of just make it look more glowy and healthy, and that is exactly what I want. Okay, so for moisturizer, we're just going to go in the glow recipe. This is the Plum Hyaluronic Cream moisturizer. Again, this is one of those, this is just a great product for me to add the extra hydration back onto my skin. Like I said, you guys do not need to use the exact product. There are amazing drugstore alternatives that have wonderful hydration. Like I know Bioma is a really good brand, Good Molecules is a really good brand, Bubbles is a good brand. So you don't necessarily have to go with the glow recipe route. This is just what I've personally been using, especially because I'm running low on my drugstore alternatives. So I've just been using this. Okay. So now that the skin is prepped, I'm not kidding. I'm gonna show you guys how easy this is. I'm gonna take my brow product, and I barely do anything with the brows because I want to go for like a makeup, no makeup look. So I've been going very more natural, but I still kind of want to fill in because you guys see right here. Yeah, I don't like that. I think that's my stress coming through and doing that. And I have to switch brow products because mine just broke and fell out somewhere, so I'm gonna have to switch brow products. But I don't like how there's some bald spot, but I think it's just because of my stress and anxiety has been causing me to lose some hair there. So yeah, I'm just gonna lightly, and I mean like when I say lightly, like lightly fill in the brows. I try not to go too heavy because I still want to keep them kind of realistic. So I'm just gonna go in very, very light-handed and just slowly fill it in without being like a harsh line. You see that, where it kind of just fills in that sparse area? And I'll do it right here too, where I'll kind of fill in that sparse area so it looks a little bit more natural. Okay, so for this next part, I'm gonna go with the Milk Makeup Pore Eclipsing Mattifying Primer. I'm not going in with the one size because the one size is a little bit too mattifying. I wanna be able to go in where my skin is gonna be matte, but I know that throughout the day, I'll get a little bit of oil, which is just gonna help to add the shine and add the glow to my face without being too much. But if I go in with the one size, it might make me a little bit too mattified. So this is going to help me have a little bit more of my oil seeping through. Not too much, but just enough to give me a little bit of a glow to the foundation after about like 6 or 7 hours, which is what I really want. Okay, so for foundation, it's not even foundation, and you guys don't have to use this product. Use whatever works best for you, but I find that this works best for me. It's gonna be Merit's. It's gonna be the Tinted Mineral Sunscreen Broad Spectrum SPF 45. This is just really a tinted sunscreen. So again, you guys do not need to use this. They have so many different drugstore versions of this as well. I just find that this works best for my skin, and this is what really helps to add that glow, that shine to the face without being too overbearing. I literally just put it on my hands, and I actually apply it with my hands directly. I do not go in with the brush. I apply it directly into my hands, and I just start to rub it on the face. This is going to help to even my skin tone. So it's going to give my skin tone a nice even complexion, which is definitely what I want. But it's going to add that nice healthy glow. And it has SPF in it, which is really great for protecting your skin. Like I normally don't wear SPF. I normally don't wear SPF under makeup, but on the days that I just want to have but on the days that I'm just doing like a makeup, no makeup look, I absolutely do not mind having SPF. But I think the biggest thing for me, what I'm looking for, is I just want something to even my complexion. Because like I said, I do have a little bit of like a redness to the face, especially after doing my skincare, that this is going to help to even out my complexion, and it's going to give me a soft, subtle glow, and I absolutely love that. And you guys see my skin is starting to become one color. This is what I want. This is what I want on the days I want to do like a makeup, no makeup look. I want my skin tone to be nice and even. Now, from this point on, you can absolutely add a little bit of bronzer, a little bit of blush, kind of if you wanted to add a little bit more depth and dimension to the face. For me, you may add just a tiny little drop right here, not too much, where I can still have a little bit of like rosiness to the cheeks, and I just slightly kind of tap that in. So I have just a soft a little bit of rosiness, not too much. I don't want anything too heavy. I want to be very, very subtle because I don't want to make it look like I'm wearing makeup. I generally want to look like I have just a nice glowy skin. For this next part, I do get a little bit of buildup right here. Do you guys see that? I do blend this out. Again, I do everything with my fingers because I really am going to be on the go. I'm going to take a little bit of the Blur Perfection powder right here, and I'm not even going to set my face. I'm literally just going to go on my eyes, and I just lightly tap my eyes and right underneath where I know that it might crease. So make it kind of obvious that I'm wearing some sort of like, make it obvious I'm wearing some sort of product on my face. So I will blend that out, and then I'll tap this underneath. I'll take a setting spray. I'll do a little bit of this one right here from one side, the glass melting one, to add a little bit of that hydration back. And then I'll do either like the Morphe, then I'll add like a nice little mattifying setting spray, just to kind of like lock everything in. And then I'm going to curl the lashes. Like I said, I don't do much. This has been my go-to routine since January, when I'm like, okay, I have to get up and I have to be at work at 6 a.m. But how do I still look like I'm somewhat put together? Because everybody at my job knows that I do beauty content. So if they see me coming in with no makeup on, they might be like, oh, you know what I mean? So I still want to look somewhat put together. So I'll go in with like a really like subtle mascara. So this is going to be the Extensionist. I just grab any mascara after curling my lashes. And I don't even go too heavy with these either. I just add enough so you could definitely see where I'm wearing some lashes. Okay, see, I don't really add too much to the complexion. And then I'm just going to go in with a gloss. This is going to be the Maybelline Bubblegum Lip Gloss right here, just to add a little bit of color to the lips. It could be any gloss. I just want to have just a little bit of color. And there you have it, guys. This is my 5-minute makeup, no makeup look, where I do have some makeup on, but it's not too much. I just put on a little bit of brow product right here. I have on the tinted mineral sunscreen right here, a little bit of mascara and gloss, and that is it. Now you can add a little bit of brow gel if you wish to do so. I actually don't mind not having brow gel on because I just want, again, I want to look a little bit more like just natural, like I just stepped out of the shower and I just did my skincare and my skin is nice and glowing. That's how I want to look. Even though we both know that I put on some products, I want it to look like I really didn't put much on the face whatsoever. I love the super healthy glow. I think it looks so beautiful, and surprisingly enough, I don't know why this is. I have been doing this now since January. Surprisingly enough, I don't get oily throughout the day. I look like this. And I have low-key been asking Corey, like, should I just start doing this going to work? Because I feel really beautiful. I feel so natural, so beautiful. And I get a lot of compliments when I go to work just like this. I think it's just because I'm really allowing my true natural beauty to shine through. And that's where I'm like, I really start to look at my face going, I look younger. I look healthier. Like my eyes don't have like any sort of like, you know, like product creasing underneath. It just looks really glowy, really healthy, and I've really been enjoying this particular routine right here. Like I said, there's really not much to it. I just put on a hydrating toner, hydrating serum, hydrating moisturizer. I go in with a matte primer, but one that's not too mattifying, so my natural oils throughout the day will start to seep through just a little bit to add a little bit more healthy shine and glow to the face. The key is going to be the tinted moisturizer or the tinted sunscreen. This is the key right here. I have been obsessed with this. I never thought I would like this type of product because you guys know I normally am a full coverage person, but for some reason this has been so beautiful, especially in the days where especially in the days that I really just want to look somewhat put together but without putting any effort into it. This has been a godsend. I've been I've been going to the parks like this. I've been, you know, going to work like this when I have to get up at when I have to be at work at 6 a.m. This has been a true godsend. And then just throwing on a little tiny hint of blush, mascara, and a gloss. Y'all, like, I feel beautiful, and there really wasn't much to it. Now, of course, you guys can add extra steps if you want to. You can do like a cream bronzer, you could do like a liquid bronzer, a liquid blush, a little bit of a highlighter, however you guys wish to do so. This has just been my go-to 5-minute makeup, no makeup look, and I have been truly obsessed with this. Like I said, you guys don't have to get any of the products to talk about here. You guys can definitely find drugstore alternatives. I know that e.l.f. has like a tinted sunscreen. I'm not the biggest fan of that one. I absolutely do love this one though. This one to me is so worth it, and this is how my skin is going to look all day long. Even when I get oily, it's going to look like this, and it's dried down. I didn't even set my face with setting powder. The only thing I did was set my eyes, just because that will crease, because I obviously have like folds on my eyelids and stuff like that will crease. Everything else I just left be, and my skin just looks nice and even. Yes, you can see my texture. Yes, you can see my pores, but I don't care. I love the way I look like this. I feel like it's my most natural self, and like I said, I feel really beautiful, and that's how I want you guys to feel. I want you guys to feel really beautiful in your skin. I don't ever want to hear you guys say that you are ugly without makeup, because you are beautiful with makeup and without makeup. Show your true beauty, and I think this is a perfect way to do so. So yeah, let me know down below, what did you guys think of this? You guys like this style video? Did you guys not? I want to hear from you guys if you guys liked this style content. I'm not kidding when I say this has been my go-to makeup routine whenever I have to work at 6 a.m. for every first of the month. This is my go-to. And when I've been going to the park since it's starting to get hot again, this has been my go-to. I feel really beautiful. It takes me 5 minutes to truly do this. I mean, it took longer today because I'm talking through it, but typically this takes me 5 minutes and I'm out the door, and I feel really beautiful in the process, and I know that this is how my makeup's gonna look all day. The only thing I may change from time to time is the lip product. Sometimes I want to have a little bit more pigmentation to the lips, so sometimes I'll go in with like my CoverGirl Clean Yummy Gloss, and I'll maybe add a little bit more depth to the lips so they don't look a little bit too pale, because I like having like a pinky tone, but sometimes I want something just a little bit deeper, so my lips have a little bit more pigmentation to them. This is like one of those things that you guys could add like a lip stain to your lips, so it has like a beautiful tone, or maybe like a color changing pH gloss. You guys can do that as well. I just like to have a little bit of color to lips, because otherwise my lips are super pale and I could look like sick, and I don't want to look that way. But for me, I know this isn't revolutionary. This doesn't change anything. This isn't like, oh my gosh, but I feel really beautiful doing this. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. So with that said, besties, that is it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please make sure you guys give this video a cheeky thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already. I do post 3 to 4 videos every single week. Make sure you guys head over my other channel, to R for Life. You guys get to see my cool, wonderful adventures, my amazing husband Corey. And as always, the biggest thank you goes to these beautiful, wonderful page members you guys see right here. Thank you guys so much for everything. And to my subscribers and viewers, thank you guys so much for being here. Whether you guys like this video, you guys thumbs down this video, you guys subscribed, you guys did not subscribe. Either way, thank you guys so much for being here. I love and appreciate each and every single one of you. So with that said, guys, I love you, and I'll see you guys in the very next video.